What you are about to watch is a multi-dimensional video disclosing various paradigm-shifting truths previously hidden from the public. Each section of the video has been meticulously designed to give you, the viewer, the greatest growth in knowledge possible. The principles of Unity Theory are currently scheduled for upcoming release through a short infographic titled Unity Theory 1.11. Reading and sharing this information helps to energetically end all types of slavery and directly supports liberating the young men, women, and children from sex trafficking globally. I deeply appreciate your support, energy, linear time, and free will. Thank you all for being you and for choosing your path in life. I believe in all of you. Disclaimer: as an ex-infantry army medic of close to 7 years, many of these revelations deeply affected me. Therefore, these facts and examples are particularly alarming to those of us that are serving or have served in governmental systems such as the military or law enforcement. Be aware, this video reveals hidden truths known to trigger anger and other emotions and has multiple real-life examples of police brutality. Well, here's my Live Life claim, verified by county coroner.
And that doesn't work here in California or Mount Shasta. I need to see your driver's license.
That's the thing, is it does, officer.
It doesn't. I will come out and talk if you put the weapons away. You can make sure I'm okay right here. What's wrong? What's wrong with me? I am relocating. I'm trying to meet some friends, and that's it. If you put the weapons that are literally pointed at me right there, if you put the weapons away, I will get out. Hold on the window, sir. Hello, so I am an American national.
Well, I need your driver's registration.
I do not consent to any written or verbal contracts. I am...
Well, then you'll have to go to jail for this.
You admitted to being delivered a list of laws that you are currently violating through false conveyance of language. You are the claimant in this situation, and so is Brian L. Berg. So you are going to move forward under penalty of perjury at the individual level, Jennifer Brown?
I am going to move forward with this case as a judge in the state of Utah.
Hey, you will be held personally responsible for anything.
You are under arrest now.
Please
You're
listen.
under arrest now, sir.
You don't understand. You do not understand. Look at this, please. I'm being a peaceful being. I am being a peaceful being. Stop it. I am being a peaceful being. Please, look at this. You have no jurisdiction.
Greetings, people of Earth. For thousands of years, the negative thoughts, emotions, and beliefs of mankind have shaped the tumultuous reality we find ourselves in now. As Einstein stated, the world as we have created it is a product of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. This means that the main problem troubling our human family is our unwillingness to reimagine the way we think and feel about the reality we experience in this cosmic play of life. Over multiple millennia, our perception of reality has become so distorted by the psychological indoctrination institutionally woven into our modern society that we have mentally, emotionally, and spiritually inverted ourselves into living in the lie responsible for all of our suffering worldwide, the illusion of separation. In accepting this illusion, our species has opted to live backwards collectively. This illusion is responsible for every war we have ever fought. It is responsible for the pain we experience in our relationships. It is the catalyst for every murder, rape, assault, and any other act of abuse. It is the source of all greed, manipulation, and corruption, and it is the very reason millions of our young men, women, and children are annually stolen from their lives and sold into sex slavery. My name is Isaac Andrew Mars, and I am here to shatter this insidious illusion across the world. And the key we all need to deliver our people from this dystopian nightmare is perception itself. Everything in our experience hinges on our perception. Perception alone is what crafts the stories of our lives. It creates living, nightmarish hells, and it creates the most heavenly of paradises. Whether we experience the former or the latter is determined by our consciousness, our awareness. Unconsciousness, or rather, living in codependence, attachment, ignorance, and fear, elicits a low vibrational experience of reality filled with suffering and mental slavery, regardless of the being in question. The path to greater consciousness, however, leads us toward interdependence, non-attachment, increased awareness, and unconditional love. Embodying these principles brings us into heart-mind coherence and back to integrating the harmonic truth of unity, a life experience akin to being in heaven on earth, as foretold in ancient prophecy. As a theoretical physicist of unity holodynamics, the cutting-edge science of the modern age, I am here to inarguably prove the truth of unity to the world through the disclosure of the scientific theory of everything mainstream science has been openly awaiting since the days of my predecessor, Albert Einstein. By utilizing symmetrical geometric logic, the principles of unity theory are as irrefutable as 3 + 6 = 9. Because of this crystallized truth, not a single mainstream scientist will touch my work with a 10-foot pole. For example, if a materialist reductionist entered a scientific debate with me, they would be openly committing career suicide in the public eye. This is due to the fact that unity theory disqualifies failed theories such as materialist reductionism and quantum theory. On the flip side, I have been brought on board a global team of cutting-edge scientists that actually celebrate the discoveries of my work and its trajectory. Furthermore, since the awakening of this scientific knowledge within me, and without violating any legitimate laws, I have been directly interrogated by the FBI regarding my scientific theory, surrounded and threatened by SWAT and police with weapons drawn and safeties off, poisoned in an Austin jail during an assassination attempt after traveling to Tesla to meet with Elon Musk, and I have even been unlawfully kidnapped and imprisoned by the policy officers of the United States Corporation on 5 separate occasions. The cruel and unusual punishments I have received from the mentally governing systems of our dystopian society continually reveal to me that the science I am disclosing is real, true, and monumentally beneficial to mankind. Why else would people in illusionary positions of power be so terrified of me and my work? With every act of malice toward me, these people only help to reveal the truth about our hidden power, our freedom, and our sovereignty through the unbelievable yet verified real-life examples I can then share with the world regarding our disheartening farce of a fictional justice system. Their fear and their powerlessness indicate that we have fully stepped into the astrological age of Aquarius, the prophesied cycle of evolution in which mankind leaves limitation and fear behind for a new reality of limitlessness, unconditional love, and unity in heart consciousness. After my scientific awakening in January of 2021, with newfound multidimensional awareness, it became clear to me that all prophecies are merely different perspectives of the same story, the human story, or rather, the superhuman story. To those just now awakening to the truth of reality, that science and spirituality are 2 sides of the same coin, please know that our backward society has psychologically programmed our minds to reject any information that leads to liberation from mental enslavement. From the words of Mark Twain, it is easier to fool people than to convince them they have been fooled. As you integrate from my work what resonates with you and disregard what does not, please know that we cannot fill our cup with greater knowledge if it is full of so-called facts we think we know. So please, keep an open mind. In all my work, one inarguable fact dissolves all limitation of human consciousness. This fact, explained for thousands of years through the pre-Egyptian Hermetic law of mentalism, may seem unbelievable at first, but the science makes everything crystal clear. The universe is a mental construct that exists only within our mind. Since I am in your minds and all of you are in my mind, this means we all share a single universal mind. This is the revelation of the oneness that exists within all of existence, and in my book, this oneness is known as the universal natural intelligence. This intelligence unifies all things by being all that it creates. As we remember the truth of our cosmic origin and enter the age of Aquarius together, know that I am here to be a living example of heart consciousness. I am here to gather the rainbow warriors of the Hopi prophecy, and I am here to establish heaven on earth by liberating the people of this world from slavery of every kind. No matter what I face, no matter who tries to stop me, for the people of this planet, for my people, I will never give up. Thank you. All right, everybody. So we're going live on Instagram. My name is
Isaac dash Andrew Mars period. That is my quantum syntax legal name, verifying that I'm a sovereign living man. Here is, what's your full quantum syntax name, brother?
Darius dash Oliver period.
And together we're with our other brothers here out in the park, just giving our services for free. We are not creating any sort of commerce under any sort of maritime law in the system, and we are living as free, sovereign living beings. And right now the Parks and Recreation just called the police on us to try and get us kicked out of this land right here. Well, this land is quite literally our land. Nobody can kick us off our land. It's everybody's land. And since this is what's happening today, we get to show all of you that are on Instagram what it's like to walk in full sovereignty in real time. So I have a picture of my live life claim that I'm going to be sending to my other phone to make sure that all of this is tracked. A live life claim is to prove that you are a living being and you are under the authority of the Unity States of the World, which is a UN recognized nation. So okay, so it's going to pause as I send this to me, so just hold on for me 1 second. Alright, here I am. So the reception may not be great, but just bear with me. I was sending a picture to my other phone, and right now we're just waiting as the police arrive. And got my picture on the way, and yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Something big is going on. Yeah, and if you want, if you don't have anywhere to be, your observance is actually helpful to watch what's about to happen, because the police are trying to kick us out for doing something that we're not doing, by violating a law that we're not legally held accountable underneath. Because we are sovereign, me and this man over here in the purple scarf, we are sovereign living men, and the whole system of government has to do with convincing the world that they are considered dead and or lost at sea under maritime law. So right now they're coming over here to say, oh, you're violating our laws, and all I'm going to say is, okay, we'll provide proof of jurisdiction and we'll pack up, we'll leave peacefully. And so they're not going to be able to provide that. They're only going to try to intimidate if they go down that route and use fear. And I've been through this multiple times. I'm on the do not detain list. I just talked to 2 officers that they stopped and they ran my plate and they were like, whoa, are you sovereign? And they asked me, like, can we learn more about it? And they turned off their... Oh, really?
I've been kind of following it a little bit.
Yeah, here's one of my cards.
We'll contact you. I don't know.
Here, I'm explaining to the passerbys that on the front page of the passport, there is a small paragraph. Although it's in italics, it is written to protect us.
They're trying to kick you out of this space, and I'm just being myself.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Feel safe around here.
okay.
Please either.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, well, this is all about bringing the power back to the people so we can feel safe again. I hear you. I respect you and honor you, so thank you so much, and we'll be in contact. Yeah.
Thank you.
So everybody who's watching, here's my sign. It says the Crimson Eagle free tarot readings, and then separately it says spontaneous love donations accepted. So Darius and...
Can I speak to you in private briefly?
yes. So we need to do this right now because they're on their way. All right, we'll be right back.
In situations like these, every single second counts, so you definitely have to think on your feet and move quickly.
So you do what you want to do, but I need you right now because they're here. And if you want, you can sit at my sit with me, bro. Welcome, sir. Just so you're aware, I'm keeping full record of this encounter, and we're all on the same team. We're all on the same side. We're just trying to figure out some issues in communication. Yep. So my name is Sovereign Living Man, Isaac Andrew Mars period. Your chief of police has a specific notice talking about jurisdiction and where it is and where it's not. And so we are not even selling anything here. We're doing free services on free land that is for the people. And we have an audience here watching as all this is unfolding.
And this land is governed by Parks and Recs,
right,
who asked you to not have a table set up.
I hear that.
And they have the right to tell you that you can't be here, and that's what they're saying now, because they've asked you to leave, you're refusing.
Okay.
So they're trespassing you from the park.
Can you please,
You are trespassed from the park.
if you provide me proof of evidence of jurisdiction,
I don't have to do that.
under law you actually do. Will you please provide your name and your badge number?
Sure. Goldsberry, S.
What's your first name?
S. Goldsberry.
That's not your first name,
My badge
sir.
number is 1102.
1102.
Why don't you tell me your name?
My full name is Isaac
Where's your ID?
Andrew Mars. My passport is right here. And right in the front of the passport it says, and I quote, "The Secretary of State of the United
ID,
States of
please.
America hereby
I've read a
requests
passport before.
all whom it may concern to permit the citizen/national, which means living man, of the United States named herein to pass without delay or hindrance, and in case of need to give all lawful aid and protection." So since
Is
that
your ID
says
now?
lawful aid and protection, here you go.
Thanks.
That's my passport. And that is verifying me as a sovereign living man. And officer, can you please provide your name and badge number?
He doesn't have to
I
do
need,
that.
I do. I need to know that I'm safe here.
There's a name right there.
Okay.
11D2.
What's your
11D2.
11D2?
D.
11D2. Thank you. And all I'm saying is this is just a little misunderstanding. And if we can get the proof of
Your proof
jurisdiction.
is coming from my mouth. I'm telling
Okay.
you that you
That's-
can't be here.
that's-
You have to leave.
But that's not
If
how
you don't leave, you'll be
maritime.
arrested for trespassing.
That's not how maritime law works.
I don't
So-
work under maritime law.
Have you searched my name yet in your system?
I'm doing it right now.
Okay.
Hey, Kieran, where's your ID out of? Your driver's license?
I don't need to give a driver's license because I am not a commercial driver, and I know how maritime law works, and I'm a sovereign living man.
All right, let's
So-
try.
I just got out of a situation in Anaheim, sir, if I may explain to you. I just got out of a situation in Anaheim, California, where I was wrongfully arrested. I was never put into the system because they had no jurisdiction to charge me with anything. And if you want, I can provide proof of that. And I can provide, we're in this together, everybody. If everybody can keep praying, thank you for watching and being a part of this. All I need is paperwork that says that you have the authority to kick us out and we'll leave. We don't want any trouble.
Please note that they have two officers ready to arrest somebody if they actually had the legal authority to do so. But in this case, they are realizing they do not have jurisdiction.
And if anything happens, can you take care of my stuff?
This?
Yeah, if anything were to happen. So what's the misunderstanding, officer? Yes.
You are not allowed to be here anymore. They want you trespassed from the park. You need to start packing up your stuff and heading out.
Okay.
If you refuse, you will be arrested.
Okay, on what authority and what law am I
602
violating?
of the California Penal Code, trespassing.
What? But how am I a part of that system?
How are you part of the other system?
I have my
You live here?
I have my life claim.
You live in California?
I live wherever
Are
I'm
you
at, sir.
currently in California right now?
So here's my
You
life
have to obey
claim.
by California laws.
The,
which,
actually,
unfortunately,
the second I go into a courthouse, all California laws go out the window because all courthouses
I know
are
what you
foreign
believe.
vessels in dry dock.
I know what you believe.
It's
okay?
not about
and I'm not
beliefs,
trying. And I'm
sir.
not trying to.
I'm not trying to argue.
trying to say anything about that. You can believe whatever you
Right.
want.
So here's my proof of that you don't have jurisdiction.
It's not real proof.
It
but
is
go ahead.
real proof. You're allowed to believe whatever you
I know.
want to believe.
And this is what I believe.
So-
It's California law.
Right. So I'm a
California
theoretical
law says that
physicist.
you can't be here.
I'm a
And if
theoretical
you refuse
physicist.
to leave, then I'll arrest you for trespassing.
So this is
Are you
my.
refusing to leave?
I'm trying to have a coherent conversation.
Are you
Can
refusing to
we
leave?
please be
I
on
have
the
other
same
things
side?
to do. Are you refusing to leave?
Can we please be on the same side here?
782-1102.
I didn't say I was refusing to leave, and I don't consent to any contracts. I don't consent to any verbal or written contracts. And all I'm asking, sir, is just proof, just paper evidence that's verifying that this is legitimate.
Well, I can tell you something. You're quoting maritime law.
Yes.
I've dealt with maritime law for over 40 years.
Okay.
With the Coast Guard, with the Department of Transportation. Maritime law holds no precedent in the situation you're in right now.
Every single
it
part
does
of the
not.
court system is under maritime law. All court
Not here.
systems, everybody,
Not here.
in every part of the United
You're
States.
quoting something as opposed to a vessel. You're not a vessel.
I am a vessel.
You're not on.
I am floating through the sea of space. And this planet itself is a vessel, and this is all verified by David Wynn Miller.
So just so you know, I have multiple units coming.
Okay.
If you refuse to leave and pack up your stuff by the time they get here, then you will go in handcuffs and you will go to jail today, okay?
Okay, so...
It's your choice, okay? I'm trying to be very civil. I'd actually rather go eat lunch right now because I'm really hungry.
May I ask the universe through the cards what I'm supposed to do?
Whatever you want.
Okay.
If my cover units get here before the universe has spoken to you,
okay,
then you're going to go to jail, okay?
Okay, we'll see what happens. Can you hold this, please? All right, everybody, let's ask the universe, what is in my greatest good?
Everything is connected in a holodynamic universe.
Whenever I'm walking this walk, it's never easy. It's never fun.
Protect yourself and everybody around you.
Yes.
There's a lot of support right now and guidance and angels and all that stuff protecting us.
So I'm being guided to walk the walk. I have to deal with this issue in order to be the sun. So whatever's happening, I'm surrendering to it. I'm giving the power to my brother here to make decisions for me as I am wrongfully transgressed against, and he will be recording this whole situation. So he's going to be recording this whole thing.
In situations like these, you really don't know what to expect. You need to be willing to face any adversity with courage. No matter how much energy you're feeling in the moment, no matter how much emotion is running through you from the fear around you, from the anger, from the officers involved, and know that when you choose courage, you can direct that energy into the scenario for your greatest good.
So everybody, I may be getting wrongfully arrested for the second time in the same month. So this is a very interesting month for me, and I have a feeling that I'm going to be doing this a lot more and more as time goes on. Because it's only by standing in our sovereignty that we'll be able to wake up the world and show them that they're living in a system built on lies that's standing on quicksand. So all these officers that don't realize what they're doing, they're actually creating a huge karmic debt. And as that karmic debt is built, for sure, as that karmic debt is built, they are asking for really dark things to happen in their experience. Every time they go against unconditional love, every time they go against sovereignty and free will, this is what they accrue. So this is a learning experience for all of us. Thank you for everybody who's watching this. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for sending me prayers, sending me your love, any energy you're able to share with me and gift me right now. Please share this information. Please make a post, make it something on Facebook, on Instagram, anything to let people know what I'm going through in Mount Shasta, California. Share the names of those officers. Share the names of the officers and their badge numbers so that they can be held accountable under the full constitutional law that they're violating, because they are making me an injured party. So that's how they're violating constitutional law, because they are creating an injured party out of nothing. And since there is no injured party right now, no crime has been committed. And they have been trained on the opposite of the truth. And since they're trained on the opposite of the truth, they're completely lost in the sauce. And it's really sad, because we don't have to be in fear. We don't have to be in division. We don't have to bully each other anymore. We can just remember who we are. So if anybody can just put that out there, remember who you are. Look up unity theory. Look up my work. Look up what I'm doing. Share my video about the children and sex trafficking. Help me show the world how we can all hold ourselves accountable in each other. How's it going, brother? Another day in paradise, just walking the walk of sovereignty. The police are trying to kick me off of free land, and I'm a sovereign living man. And so I've got my passport. I've shown them that I am a national under their system, meaning they have no jurisdiction. I've asked for proof of jurisdiction. They haven't provided. So,
Otherwise, you're going to jail.
Oh no, I'm.
You don't tell me no. You're trespassing. You need to leave.
No, officer. I'm not trying to cause. So,
Listen,
will you please give me your name, officer?
I'm Chief Gibson.
Chief Gibson.
And I'm telling
Did
you,
you get
you're
my letter?
trespassing and you need to leave.
Did you get my letter last year talking about jurisdiction? Because I sent it in certified mail.
You have pack up now or go to jail. Your
So
choice.
that here's what I'm going to do.
Here's what I'm gonna do. Listen, please.
You're gonna pack up.
I'm trying to work with you.
I'm telling you to
Can
pack
we please?
up. No, I'm telling you to pack up.
I'm
No,
trying
I'm telling you
to.
to
I'm
pack
trying
up.
to comply, officer.
Then pack your stuff.
I'm trying to comply.
Pack
So
your stuff.
hear me out. This is what I'm gonna do.
You're gonna pack your stuff.
I'm gonna pack up the belongings that are free floating here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give this man his table and his chairs back.
Okay, excellent.
And then I'm going to sit on the ground and I'm going to continue offering my
Now you're
free
going to leave the
tarot
park
readings.
because you're trespassing from this property.
And if you decide,
your stuff, sir?
if you decide that I am meant to go to, if you decide that I'm meant to go to jail, I will peacefully go.
Excellent.
But I'm just letting you know that I'm under duress because I'm unarmed, and all of you are
Great.
doing this out of the
I
threat
want
of
you to
violence.
comply and
Do you
to,
agree
back
that
off
you're
the-
doing this
No,
out of the
I
threat
do
of
not.
violence?
What
So
I
you're not
agree
going
with-
to inflict damage
Stand up
on
and
me?
turn around, put your hands behind your back.
You're not going to inflict damage on me
You're
because
going to be
that's
under
violence.
arrest.
That's violence.
Okay.
Take my phone.
Now you're fighting.
I'm not fighting. I'm not fighting. You're doing this against my will. You're doing this against my will. I'm not complying. I do not consent to any of this. I do not consent to any of this.
You're under arrest for trespassing.
You have no authority. You have no authority. I'm with the United States of the world. I am Isaac Andrew Mars period.
Stand up for me.
I am a sovereign living man. I am not
Stand
complying with any of this.
1, 2,
If-
3.
Ah! My shoulder!
Stand up.
Ah! Ah! My shoulder! It popped!
Stand up.
Ah! I do not consent to any of this.
Now you've got another charge of
You-
obstructing resisting.
There's no charge
stand
that will
up.
stick on me in the court of law.
stand up.
I am a sovereign living man. I have no fear in my heart. I am here to show the world
1,
that
2,
we are all one.
Isaac, ready? 1,
We are
2,
all
3,
in this.
stand.
Ah! My shoulder! Ah! My right shoulder! Ah! Ah!
All you gotta do is walk.
I don't consent to this. I do not consent. You're violating my free will. The whole universe is going to turn against you
his face.
and show you you're breaking the law. You're creating an
Stand him up.
injured party. Ah! You're creating an
Stand
injured
up.
party. I
Stand
do
up.
not consent to unlawful acts of violence.
Stand up.
You are using violence and
Stand up.
transgressing against the living. Everything you're doing is against universal law, and I will prove it to you. And I know all of your names and badge numbers. You are going to prison
Right, so-
for decades.
So stand up and walk in.
Everything you're doing, I am not complying
Okay.
to what is
Yeah,
not
I'll bring my car.
right.
Yes, Steve,
I
just
will
stay
not
right here.
comply.
Well, that's fine. You're under arrest.
I am not under arrest.
Okay.
You have no authority. Show me the authority that you have, and
Isaac.
I will go with you willingly.
The
Show me
sovereign
the
citizen
authority.
movement has been found
It is
to
not.
only
I'm
be
not a sovereign
wrong,
citizen. That is an
you are
oxymoron.
also
A citizen is a
incorrect.
corporation. I am a living
I
man.
played this and I-
You are
Look,
projecting
look.
all of your fears onto me.
I'm not projecting
Look
nothing.
at me.
Turn around.
Look at me in the eyes. I am
You
on
are
your
under
side.
arrest.
I am on your
Stand
side.
up.
I'm trying to help you,
Stand
sir.
up.
You're going to go to prison
Stand up.
for the rest of your
You're
life.
going to
If
jail.
you continue, you will
Stand
go to
up.
prison. Do you hear me?
Stand up and
Let
walk.
go and
No,
take
you're
these
under
cuffs.
arrest.
Take
Stand
these
up.
cuffs off me now.
Let's go.
Take. Ah!
Come on.
Ah! My shoulder!
You're fine.
Ah! You
Nothing's
pulled it
fine.
out of the fucking
It's
socket
all right,
earlier.
We'll take you to the hospital.
Ah,
We'll
no, I
take you to
do
the
not
hospital.
consent to anything.
Well, you don't have a choice.
Yes, I do.
You don't have a choice.
This is my free
You
will.
don't have a choice.
This
You're under
is
arrest.
my free will.
You're
I'm
under
a
arrest.
sovereign
You don't have a
living
choice.
man. Take the cuffs off now.
You don't have a choice.
Take the cuffs
Relax.
off now.
Not gonna happen. Relax.
You are breaking the law. You
No,
are
you're
creating
breaking the law.
an injured party.
You need to go get your
You
stuff.
are
though,
creating an
otherwise you'll
injured
go to jail for
party.
trespass too. Okay. So go get your stuff now.
Go get your stuff,
Go
Derive.
get your stuff.
Go
You
get
got,
your-
you got enough of him
She's
yelling and
recording. She's
screaming.
recording for me.
You got her. That's fine. She can record. She can record.
I'm here to help you, officer. I promise
Well,
you.
then help me by walking.
I promise you from the
If
bottom
you're
of
here
my
to
heart.
help me, then help me by walking.
I can't do that. That's the only way I'm hurting you. And I know that it looks
Oh,
like.
so you know that you're trying to hurt me.
No, I'm not trying to
So
hurt
you
you.
just admitted you're trying to
I
hurt me.
did not admit to
Because the only
anything.
way that you can hurt me is
I
not
know.
walking.
I
is
said
what
that
you said.
what I'm doing is going to
Look out so
cause
my car can
the
get in. Thank you.
holodynamic nature of the universe to turn against you, which is you turning against yourself. I'm a reflection of you. I'm a reflection of your inner child. And I know that you went through a lot of pain growing up,
but you don't need to.
Just
inflict
go
that
with
pain
them,
onto
please.
me.
They won't
Just
hurt
stand
you.
up and
Just go
walk
with
for
them,
us.
okay?
You don't need to do this. You're
Against-
violating my consent. You are.
Sir,
You are.
you going to
raping me.
stand up and walk, or are you going to make us
I
cuss?
do not consent to anything you're
Are you
doing.
going to stand up and walk?
I do not consent to anything
Okay.
you're doing.
All right,
I
we're
do
gonna
not
have to get
contract.
you.
I do not contract. Do not pull on my shoulder. You've already injured my
I want
shoulder.
you to roll over.
There's evidence that you have injured my shoulder
Roll
yourself.
over.
I'm not going to consent to anything you're doing. I do not consent to anything you're doing. I know. You're doing this all this sexual violence. You're doing You're doing all of this against my will. And at the end of the day, when you're forced to let me go, because what you're doing is against the law, you will see that I am correct. Ah! Ah! Ah!
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? When you were 8 and you had bad traits, you go to school and learn the golden rule. So why are you acting like a bloody fool? If you get hot, then you must get cool. Bad boys, what you gonna do? Or what you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? Or what you gonna do when they come for you? You chuck it on that one, you chuck it on this one, you chuck it on your mother and you chuck it on your father, you chuck it on your brother and you chuck it on your sister, you chuck it on that one and you chuck it on me. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna
Immediately following my unlawful kidnapping by Chief of Police Robert Gibson and his lackeys, I was taken to the Siskiyou County Jail in Wairika, California. As soon as I arrived, the lieutenant in charge explained the situation to me. Since I was not under their jurisdiction, they were going to put me in a cell and immediately file the paperwork to release me. And within hours, I was in my Soul family's car driving back to the same park that I was kidnapped from, and I enjoyed the rest of the night with the people of the community in ecstatic dance. Now, if I was being fully responsible, I would have made a video that night to show that I got out in the same day. But instead, I decided to take some pictures. So these are the pictures that I took. And I just want everybody to know that for me, a success in sovereignty is being able to get away without being charged with anything. And this marks 4 out of 4 successes for me in my journey into sovereignty. So they say that hindsight is 20/20. And after this whole situation, it's become clear what I need to do to hold these people accountable for the crimes that they've committed. And considering that they have committed literal war crimes and acts of domestic terrorism, I am considering that the Chief of Police, Robert Gibson himself, will need to go to prison for what he's done. There needs to be someone that is put up as an example to the others so that this can continue no longer. And as he is made into an example, the other officers, everybody else that's involved in the situation, they are receiving an ultimatum. This ultimatum is rather simple. Either you create a public apology video with me that goes on the internet and you uphold the law legally, giving sovereign living men and women the freedom to do as they please as long as they're not infringing upon other people's rights, or you go to prison for the rest of your life for the war crimes and domestic terrorism you've committed. And unfortunately for these officers, they had no idea what they were doing was wrong. They had no idea that they were out of integrity. But when it comes to Robert Gibson, he knew exactly what he was doing. If you look at the public policy manual of the Mount Shasta Police Department, which is signed by Robert Gibson himself, you will see that every action he made in that situation went against what he claimed he would do for the people of this community. All right, everybody. This is Isaac Mars, and I'm about to serve the police officers of the Mount Shasta Police Department notice to let them know that they are going to be served some quantum syntax lawsuits with the authority of the Unity States of the world very soon. Here is my copy of my Live Life claim with the new stamp indicating that it's legitimate. Here is the notice that they're being served about the crimes they committed, which are limited to not only perjury and assault, but also to war crimes, considering I am not a member of the nation that they are a member of. Here is a picture of a bruise that they inflicted on me, and all that is going into this envelope with the X's on it. And this envelope is going in the bottom of this pizza. So this pizza right here, it says, "You are forgiven." And it says, "I forgive you all. This is my apology since you missed your lunch yesterday." And right here it says, "You have been served pizza, served legal paperwork," and it will be taped right here. Hello. Hello? Greetings, officer. So this is a pizza because I knew that you missed lunch yesterday. And I just wanted to apologize for you missing lunch. What's that? Okay, well, this pizza is bought and paid for. It's donated by the Sparkies across the street. And, okay, well, just so you know, just so you're aware, you're being served right now. Roseberry. So, here's that for you. Here's all the paperwork you're going to need, and be prepared because you might have to lawyer up very soon for all the lawsuits that I'm going to be filing. So, thank you. You've been served. Take care. As you can see, for quite a while, we have been living in the era of guilty until proven innocent when it comes to legal interactions within the matrix of mental governance. If what you see in the evidence of my experiences disillusions, alarms, or enrages you, then please take comfort in knowing that we have a way out of this nightmarishly devious system. By unplugging our individual life force from the Sestui KV Trust, an act of 1666, by completing a live life claim with the backing of the Universal Postal Union and the authority of the UN-recognized nation, the Unity States of the world, we can finally recuperate the abundance energy worth millions to trillions of dollars that the parasitic corporations of the world have been siphoning from us by buying and selling our all-capital name on the stock market behind our backs since the day of our birth. By fulfilling the requirement of proof of life with 3 or more living witnesses, our contract with the Sesta KV Act ends, and the sovereignty we once lost is regained and multidimensionally protected by the universe as it holodynamically notifies itself of our sovereign status. This indicates that those in mentally governing positions absolutely must honor our free will through the universal laws, even if they egoically do not want to, as long as we remain encouraged in other high vibrational emotions. On this path, the key energies required to access the highest levels of freedom and sovereignty are courage, the willingness to face any and all adversity, and true faith in both the scientific and spiritual protection of the universe. For those of you ready to reclaim your sovereignty now, please gather a group of 4, bare minimum, and reach out to me through the email address on my website. By either traveling to me and my team, or through a long-distance video call, I will directly assist you with completing your live life claim. It is a simple process that takes 45 minutes to an hour and has 0 negative downsides. Whatever you hear or see on the internet, do not give in to the fear-mongering disinformation claiming that sovereignty paints a target on your back and disqualifies you from protected benefits you are owed regardless of your status. Moreover, though many so-called specialists charge thousands of dollars for this service, I am only asking for humble love donations. To me, this is about my people and their freedom, nothing else. In regard to the next steps for mankind as a whole, I want to bring up a few key concepts that will be absolutely necessary for us to collectively manifest our greatest transition into a peaceful era of heaven on earth. The first wave of sovereignty, the ending of human slavery, the quantum financial system, the release of Nisara Jasara, the release of free energy systems, and the solar event of prophecy. My reasoning for bringing up these concepts is to illustrate precisely how important sovereignty is in relation to the manifestation of them in our physical reality. Many of us claim to support and genuinely wish for the successful distribution of new systems designed to liberate mankind and ease the stress of our daily lives. However, with the backwards programming we have subjected ourselves to in this human world, we often disregard the necessary steps legitimately needed for us to advance toward the completion of these various goals in actuality. Remember Einstein's quote from earlier in the video: We literally cannot change the world without changing ourselves internally within our own individual consciousness. Therefore, I am here to remind us all that external change always begins within the self. As above, so below. As within, so without. An important perspective to note is that the first 5 concepts are those that can only exist in a liberated society. For example, in our world of rampant mental slavery, no being in a high position of corruption would ever support any of these concepts, because supporting them would mean giving up their illusion of power. This key consideration makes it crystal clear. Reclaiming our legal, individual sovereignty at the collective level is the gatekeeping principle destined to lead our people to the freedom we require to manifest these first 5 concepts for our species. Until we reclaim our sovereignty, we can go no further, because every breath we take actively breathes life into the mental matrix of slavery and suffering. In regard to the 6th concept, the solar event mentioned in a multitude of prophecies, this event hinges on the integration of the first 5 concepts. Only by shining bright like the sun in our individual lives will we be able to manifest an external experience with our local star. Soul, our sun, is the living consciousness that shares its infinite intelligence with us and our planet Gaia through the cosmic light that shines upon us. In theory, with prophecies being the primary energies in the formation of our timelines, these ancient stories act as the anchor points for our collective experience. This solidifies the solar event as an inevitability in our reality. However, this inevitability can only occur as soon as we decide it should, through the internal embodiment of all 6 concepts presented. In my life, I publicly vow to take every step necessary toward embodying these principles for the betterment of mankind. Every breath I take, every move I make, and all that I am is dedicated to the greatest good of my people. Thank you all for seeing me. Thank you all for being in your truth. Thank you all for the love that you share. I love each and every one of you. By reading Unity Theory, sharing the science of Unity Holodynamics, and walking hand in hand in our sovereignty, we can leave the age of darkness behind. It's time to build a brighter world together. Thank you.